Harmony, and welcome to Wellness Wednesday. So today I'd like to talk about anxiety and fear. And so right now, potentially, or at any time really, you might be feeling a lot of anxiety or fear or anticipation about an unknown or uncertain future. And these fantasies, these thoughts, these feelings that come up, and especially when they're not examined, when they're in the backs of our minds and kind of creating tension, they also create contraction and withdrawal in our body. And this tightens our breath, it tightens our muscles, it creates more contraction, more restriction, more withdrawal. And this can lead to more anxiety and more fear and more negative feelings. So I'd like us to do a little meditation and start to examine some of these sensations and thoughts and feelings, because when we bring the light of awareness and start to examine what's actually going on, it's a very healing process. Our minds want to heal themselves. They want to be balanced. The mind doesn't want to be constantly agitated all the time. But if we're not aware, if we don't have consciousness around what's happening underneath the surface, underneath our regular everyday thinking, then we can't ever heal those things. We need to bring attention to it. And this is where the practices of meditation or mindfulness become very healing and very helpful, because we start to observe ourselves closely and observe the thoughts as they come up and how they're related to our body, where we're holding the tension of our mind and these anxieties or fears in our body. So you can lie down or just find a comfortable seat. If you're doing something dangerous, please don't close your eyes. But otherwise, you could even just set the phone aside and just listen and close your eyes and just find a comfortable seat. And you can sit in a chair, you could sit on the floor, or you could even lie down at this point. Just allow the spine to be straight. So the main thing is you want to feel rooted through the sit bones if you're sitting, so that you can lengthen from the coccyx. Let the coccyx be heavy and lengthen all the way up through the spine to the crown of the head. Maybe envision a beautiful lotus coming up from the muck and the mire and blossoming at the crown of your head, and keeping that stem strong and straight as it arises out of the pond. If you're lying down, then lie in a supine position, just letting your body be flat and relaxed, and the spine elongated and straight. And if you can close your eyes, or you can just gaze down. Start to pay attention to your breathing. Breathe deep, full, big breaths. And exhale, release. Keep breathing more slowly and more deeply with each breath now. Just allowing your body and your mind to feel calm and comfortable. And bringing your attention, your awareness to focus on the breath, on your breathing. And then I want you to have a thought. Let something come up, arise in the mind like a little bubble, or maybe it's right there, it's very present, an anxiety or a fear that you might have. Something that's causing you concern or worry. Just allow yourself to feel this sensation, this fear, this anxiety, this worry. Feel what it does. Begin to explore it. Feel the sensation of it in your body. What happens to your breath? Is there a particular location for this fear or this anxiety or this worry? Maybe you feel it in a particular area of your body. Where is it located? Is it large or is it small? Is there a particular shape associated with this fear, this anxiety, this tension or concern? Is there a particular sensation associated with it? Maybe it's a tingling sensation. Maybe it's like a block, a hard, unmoving sensation. Maybe a tightening sensation or a cringing sensation. Maybe a nauseating sensation. Just observe, see what's there for you. See what it feels like, where you're feeling it in your body. When you really let it come into your mind and you sit with it, sit and be present with it. What other associated thoughts start to run through your mind with it? What comes up? What's connected to it? Does it have a particular taste or smell? And for a moment, just let it go. Let that thought, that worry, that anxiety, just release it for a second and bring your mind back to your breath. And try and connect deeply with your inhale and your exhale. And just let all of your attention find that center line of the body, feeling the connection from the base of the spine to the crown of the head, and a relaxation through the shoulders, the chest. And feel the expansiveness of the breath. Breathing slow and deep. And one more time, just allow this fear, this worry, this anxiety to come up to your mind again. And now notice its location. Did it move? Is it located somewhere else in your body? Or in your being? What shape is it now? Did it change shape? Does it have a different sensation associated with it? Start to explore how it feels now, where it is, where it's located. Look at it a second time. Is there an image that's connected with this fear or anxiety? Try to see that. Probably it feels a little different now. Maybe it's a different size, a different shape. Maybe there's new thoughts associated with this fear, this anxiety. What about tension in the body? Has the body released a little? Is it tense in other areas? Try to relax. If it becomes overwhelming or too much, just let it go, let the thought go, bring the mind back to the breath. And breathe that deep, full, relaxing breath. Try and soften. Create areas where you can just be and not resist. Just create a softness, a receptivity to the breath, to being present, to being seated in the center of yourself. And then if you want, you can examine that worry or that anxiety again and look at it again. Observe where it's located in the body. Observe if it has a particular shape or sensation or feeling associated with it. An image, thoughts, other things coming up. But for now, just bring your mind back to the breath and start to deepen your inhale and your exhale. And feel a release, a relaxation, a release of tension. And you'll notice that when you're relaxed, you can't feel that same experience or intensity of the anxiety or the fear. They can't both be with you at the same time. So as you slowly start to open your eyes, if they were closed, or if you can stay lying down or stay in this comfortable position, I just encourage you, if you're going through your day and you start to find these feelings of anxiety or tension or tightness arising, to just stop what you're doing, take a moment, connect to the breath, go inside, find how to release, find how to relax, find how to be with the breath, and then really look at what's arising for you. See it. When you bring awareness to it, when you bring consciousness to it, when you see it and examine it and really be with it, it changes, it shifts. And you notice that a lot of what we experience is actually only in our minds. It's not in reality necessarily. We're reacting to our sensation of an anticipation. We're acting to our sensation of a fear that may or may not be really present with us in that moment. So anxiety is always a bit about fear of the future or looking in the future and feeling uncertain or unknown. So try to really examine the thoughts and feelings that arise around what's coming up for you, and then move back into the breath, move into a place where you can be with the breath and relax and release. And you can go between these two of deep breathing, examining, looking at the thoughts, looking with where it is in the body, tightness, sensation that's arising, and then releasing again and coming back to the present moment, back to the breath, cultivating this practice of mindfulness and awareness and meditation. So I hope you find that helpful today, and hopefully you find it helpful for all of your days. Thank you for joining me. Have a wonderful week, and namaste.